Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Church of Sun Lakes. We're happy to hear all you here today, and we miss our Reverend Jeannie, who is in Peru. I happened to look at my Facebook this morning, and there was a picture of Jeannie swimming with the seals. She was down in the lake, and they all had these special red or orangey vests on, and they were down there, and she has a little arrow, and it's pointing to where she is. This is me. So I guess she's having a really wonderful time, and I'm so glad. So we're going to begin with music this morning, and Kay Davis here is our musician for today. So everybody, okay.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Yes, my soul is welcome here. I'm getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Yes, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Okay. Now, is anyone here for the first time today? Yes. Yes. Can I ask you to give us some information?
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Deborah, and I'm here. Hi. Hi.
Well, welcome, Deborah.
Thank you.
And so we have a little blessing we say to everyone that comes for the first time. So if everyone would join me, it's on here. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. So our reading today is by Barbara Kelly. Barbara, if you'd like to come out and share a daily word with us.
Everybody.
Good morning, Barbara.
Today we're talking about I am a peaceful presence to all.
Barbara, could you
Yeah, that better? Okay. Okay. Peace in the world begins with me. I consider it a sacred responsibility to respond to all people and circumstances peacefully. I forgive myself for those moments that I am less than peaceful, which happen now and then, and quickly return to the peace of God in my heart. I am a living expression of God, just as all people are. My tranquil bearing inspires peacefulness wherever I go and with everyone I meet. Each day I join like-minded people everywhere in a renewed commitment to a presence of peace. I give thanks that as each of us communicates God's love is our unique ways, peace, harmony, and established in individuals, families, communities, and among nations throughout the world. And from Corinthians 13:11, put things in order, listen to my appeal, agree with one another, live in peace, and the God of love and peace will be with you. So please.
Thank you, Barbara. Now we're going to have meditation next, but in order to prepare for it, oh, the prayer. Okay, I thought it was meditation first. I didn't know it was up today. All right, everyone. Let's just close our eyes and just bask in that presence of God this morning. How wonderful it is to know that we are one with God, that God and I are one. If you just say that over and over again, that is a wonderful way to bring us into that presence. So those times when the outer is getting us down, is just issues going on, things that are upsetting. This is the special time that we can always go within and just begin to connect with that one God. And just begin to feel the magnificence of that as we leave all of the cares of the day away. And we just begin to breathe in that love and joy, that purity that is God. And when we're in that place, we can just relax and know that God is with us every single day, every single moment of our lives. He is all protection, all beauty, all love and joy. So just remember, as we go through the day to day, that that's who we are and what we are. We are those beautiful expressions of God, and so it is. And now, Kay is going to bring some beautiful music our way so we can get calm and get ready for meditation.
Sing along if you know this part. We've done it before. We come. Excuse me. We come together with one heart, just to share this time of love. For we open our hearts and quiet our minds, and all our cares release. Breathe deeply, my friends. We are spirit expressing the one life we're all meant to be. Breathe deeply, my friends. We are love in expression. We're here for each other to bless and to heal. For spirit in us is all we need to live our lives in love and peace. Breathe deeply, my friends, and receive inspiration and give full expression to God's holy light.
Oh, there are some people back there. When I was sitting in the front row, I heard, do you all know that Kay wrote that song that she just sang?
Yes, I know.
So let's just take another deep breath. Maria's opening prayer moved us into this space where we are ready to more deeply commune with that living, loving spirit within. Just breathing. And with each breath, we move deeper into the silence. The silence is not an empty place. The silence is a place of power, a place of connection. And we don't have to talk. And we can even invite those thoughts to be quiet. For in this silence, we are aware of the truth. As Maria reminded us, the Father and I are one. And in that space is all knowing, wisdom, life, love, peace. Take another deep breath as you move more deeply. Listening, feeling, connecting. In this silence, I am open and receptive to that presence and power, that creative presence that is in all creation. And so I may come with a question or a concern or a gratitude. And I may identify them in my mind, and then I let them go. Whatever I need at this moment in time is now revealed to me. I am one with all knowledge, all understanding. I am one with the peace of God. With the life, the strength, the vitality of God. In the silence, I recognize this oneness now. And my heart is filled with joy and gratitude as I move out of the silence into my day. I am aware and intent on remembering what I learned in the silence. And I look forward to happy surprises all day long. And so it is.
Now, if you will join me in reading the Lord's Prayer, which is on our screen this morning. Heavenly Source, Thou who art everywhere, hallowed be Thy name, or Thy vibration. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done, here, now, and forevermore. Fill us with the power of Thy mercy, and free us from the fetters with which ever jump. Lead us out of temptation, free us from ourselves, and give us the strength to be at one with Thee. Teach us the true power of forgiveness. May this holy moment be the ground from which our future actions grow. Amen. And now we have the pleasure this morning of hearing from Reverend Kathryn McDowell. And I asked her this morning if she had any words for me to impart today on who she is and all of that. She said, I'll tell you when I get up there, but one thing I did know was that she and I have the same background in religious science. So I'm sure you're going to hear some really great stuff from Kathryn today. Kathryn?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Can you hear me okay?
No, bring your mic up there.
How about that? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Glad to hear it. Excuse me while I fidget here for just a moment. I'm so glad to be here. I've heard about this gathering for so long, and now I get to be part of it. That's exciting for me. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
All right, well, we'll see if we can amp that up just a little bit. Not that we don't trust what you're doing, you understand, but that's what we're going to do. I brought my electronic notes today because my computer hates me. And we're having a seance later today to work that out. Goodness. That's also why you didn't get the bio, because I couldn't print one out for you. But as she said, I am a science mind minister. I've got 30 years under my belt. And we had a church in Mesa for going on 6-7 years, and then the COVID hit and people scattered, and we just decided, I think this is time we let it be what it is. And so here I am wandering around the world, speaking to whomever will let me. My family figured that out a long time ago. I was thinking of driving over here that I did my first sermon when I was 16 at Youth Sunday at our Disciples of Christ Church here in Phoenix. And it just kind of stuck with me, so here I am. I have some wonderful things to talk with you about today, things that I know you've already heard, and how's that song go? Sing them over again to me, wonderful words of life. And I want to do it over and over and over and over until I get it. So some of the things today I say in a lot of my talks, and some of them I say every day to myself because I'm still learning all of them. So I invite you to the classroom today to learn some more with me. One of the things that people talk a lot about is, I have to call God into my life. Guess what? There's a little more to it than that, okay? So the topic that you all have for the month of October is, behind all that is visible is the invisible. And it's a cause and it's an effect. And so what we're doing is we're setting that cause in motion all the time, not just when we pray, not just when we're in trouble, not just when we want something. It's working constantly through our mental atmosphere. How many of you know that? Yeah, okay. Let's sharpen that saw a little bit. Somebody lots of times says, I feel so abandoned, where is God in the midst of this pandemic? I have another word for it, but I won't use it. When my first friend passed away from it, I changed the term. Oh, I'll say it. I said pandemic. Anyway, but we start to feel so abandoned. People tell us that Spirit is everywhere present, but we can't find it. So one of my teachers said, all right, Kathryn, who moved? And I use that on myself quite a bit. When I feel lost, when I feel incomplete, when I feel like something's not working like it should be, I'm the one who's creating that. One of our friends at our prayer group this week, he told us the tale of, here you are, I want you to imagine this for just a minute. Imagine that you are in water that is way over your head, and you can't possibly reach out to anything to grab a hold to get up out of that water. How do you get out? stop imagining it. Work with that. But that's what we do. We set it up in our minds all the time of this is right, this is wrong, this isn't working, that isn't working. Spirit's all there is. If spirit is all there is, how could my life experience be anything different than that? And then I have to take that personal responsibility, don't I? Of keeping my own self, my own heart, my own soul in alignment with what I do know spirit to be. The spirit, the God, the source that I knew as a child. It has not changed. I have a lot. I have been a lot of places. I've read a lot of books. How many of you have read a lot of books? How many of you have bought a lot of books you didn't read? We'll have a sale one day, okay? Or let's have a swap. How's that? But we do that. We think that we're living the spiritual life. We think that we're all in alignment with the truths that we have studied for so long, and yet we still face these things called pandemics. And other names as well. We have difficulties with our vehicle. We have difficulty with our computer. The grandchild isn't behaving correctly. All these things. My favorite food or my favorite clothing is not available anymore. And we get so frustrated and upset. And what we're doing in the process of that is we're sinking ourselves deeper in that water that we've imagined. We've imagined it. Now, that's one of the hardest things of all of this easy religion that we have, this new thought business, is staying in alignment with that truth. We can keep going to workshops, we can keep reading books, we can keep having wonderful new songs, thank you for that. We can do all of these things and still feel empty. How is that? How is it that we do that? A friend of mine said, love will send you, or sorrow will bring you, but you must come through that door. Love will send you, or sorrow will bring you, but you must come through that door. We are all on a spiritual journey. Today, millions of people are gathering in different groups such as this. And they know that they're on a spiritual journey. But in the process of that, we get sidetracked, don't we? We have another friend who is ill. We have a situation in our family that is not working out so well. We're worried about the government, etc., etc. And yet we still have to go through that door of ourself. Go through that dimension of our soul's essence that is full, is complete, is solid, is intelligent, is beneficial not only to ourselves but to everyone that we come in contact with. It's not an easy job some days, is it? Some days we just don't want to have to deal with it. The classic thing of, I don't want to play adult today. And so finding that place within ourselves where we do want to walk through that door, we do know we can walk through that door, and we choose to walk through it with love instead of sorrow. Either way, we're going through the door. Because we are made of that same infinite divine stuff that we talk about Jesus, we talk about all of the great teachers, all of the great leaders. We are made of that. And to forget that is what gets in our way more than anything. More than anything. How many of you pray for a friend and you try to fix them? That's one of my bugaboos about praying. As a matter of fact, I've upset some clients from time to time when I say, take me off of that texting list about your latest adventure. I don't want to hear about the latest adventure. I want to spend my time in a place of your wholeness. And if I keep getting bombarded with everybody says, oh, isn't it awful about George's accident? Oh, well, his doctor is such and such. I'm stuck in the situation. just as much as the one who's having the issue. And so coming into that place where we can stand in our wholeness so that we can stand for someone else's wholeness. That's what our job is as metaphysicians. Whatever organization we're involved in, whatever books we've read, whoever our teacher was, it's us doing our work about us, so that if someone or something comes our way, we are already standing in the truth. We are in that place where Spirit's wisdom is within us and operating through us all the time. It's not easy. It's not easy. But that's what we want to do. Ernest Holmes said in his dedication of one of our churches in Los Angeles in the 40s, he said, our job is not to build a church. Our job is not to save souls. Our job is not to feed the poor, although we may indeed do activities like that. Our job is to do our work here so fully and completely in a centered acknowledgement of the Spirit that we are, that all of life is. Every situation is Spirit in action. Stop on that one for a minute. Every situation is Spirit in action. He said, our job is to be so clear on that people will drive by this building without ever knowing we're in here, nor what we're doing, and they are healed. That puts a whole new dimension to our work, doesn't it? I don't need to pray for other people. I need to acknowledge within myself that I get it, I know it, and every person I see, every circumstance I'm involved in is touched by that inner knowing of my part. I can't heal them. Number one, there's nothing to heal. Number two, that's not my job. My job is to be a beneficial presence with them. Now that doesn't mean if you're nice enough to the neighbor next door, they'll get over being just like they are, you know. That isn't what we're talking about here. But by each of us doing our own work, to be solid, to be a representation of this divine essence that we keep speaking of, we then are a walking beam of light. And we don't have to do anything about that other than to continue to keep the light burning, first in ourselves, and then for everyone we meet. Now you know that, you've heard that your whole lives. Be kind to your neighbors. That's what it's about. Be willing to be wrong. Oh, I don't want that one. No, that's not mine. Thank you. That's Tony's job. But using it, this blessing technique of realizing that love will send you, or sorrow will bring you, but you must come through that door. There's a wonderful poem that I like very much, and it has to do with wanting to help someone. And so we try to reach out to them, and we see these people, as it says, blind people, grasping along the wall, trying to find the door, unable to find the door, but they know the door is there. And so my job is to reach out and grasp one of those hands and place it on the doorknob that only they can open, and sets them free. But our doing our work makes that huge change. And I like that so much about New Thought because it keeps me more on track. I love helping people. I love fixing things. Doesn't work. Except, when somebody needs to walk across the street, it's a good thing. If they don't want to walk across the street, do not try to make them. That isn't what we're supposed to be here for. But there's that one essence, that one truth of who we are, and this complete understanding, this complete knowing on our part, the complete love that we are, If we do not feel separation from the divine, how would we feel separate from the one who gets the vaccine and the one who doesn't? Uh-oh. I didn't mean to say that. Yes, I did. To allow people to live with that divine essence that is in them. And I don't know, my aunt, I adored my aunt. Everybody in my family adored my aunt, but she didn't give us all the same directions. Spirit doesn't give us all the same directions at exactly the same time in exactly the same way because we need to hear it differently. Why are humans so different? I don't know, but we are. We either came in this way or we have sincerely conducted it to where it's like, you need to tell her a little bit more how this works. I'm one of those. You need to tell me a little bit more. Oh, this is fun. So, I was told this morning to bring my laptop because my printer wasn't working and I couldn't print out my notes. And then when I get here on the freeway, I realized that that intellectual, no, it's an electronic thing, that it doesn't want to play with me this morning. So, we shall proceed. The dynamic essence of spirit is all we're talking about, where we don't need the computer. We don't need the laws. We don't need all of the addendums. We do not need all of the people to guide us and direct us if we were doing that ourselves. That's the key component. And I don't know about you and your upbringing and your work in New Thought, Unity, Divine Science, Religious Science, what is our job? Many people think it's to be happy. It's to make someone else happy. It's to be kind to our neighbors. And all of those are results of the inner knowing, the essence of spirit, what it's about, what it's doing for us, and how we are going to move within it. I love this story from a friend of mine. Her father was a very kind and gentle and jovial man, and he was in a grocery store. And he was going through the line, and the clerk was not having a good day. And it was very obvious that she was not having a good day. She was fussing with the person ahead of him, and just growl, and finally got them on their way. And so he walks up, and he says, hi. She says, hello. And he chit-chats a little bit, and when he's complete with his purchase, she says, will there be anything else? And he said, well, I was going to suggest that you have a good day, but I see you've made other plans. So what do you do when you've made other plans and you recognize it? How many of you do that on a daily basis? Oh, this is not who I want to be today. This is not who I want to express today. I really, really, really want to know the greater truth of myself. And so many people believe that that is selfish, self-centered. It is not effective because all you're doing is you're going, good girl, Kathryn, good girl, Kathryn. But I find that I only do the good girl, Kathryn, when I've been beating myself up a long time. It's like, it's okay, honey. Everybody do that. It's okay, honey. Isn't that nice? To the other cheek. It's okay. Usually that isn't the cheek we pat. Okay? Because we're fussing with ourselves constantly. You should know better. If you hadn't done such and such, this wouldn't be happening. None of you do that, do you?
Oh.
Never. I'll ask the practitioners after you're gone. And they won't tell me because they're good people. But this is what we're about. This is where we're trying to grow ourselves. And the reason for that is the best work that I can do is on my own self, okay? If I'm trying to fix Tony, oh, that's a job. But I'm frustrating her, I'm frustrating me, and all the circumstances around us that I think need my attention. And so I'm asking you to be very selfish. I'm asking you to realize that the piece of the cosmos that needs working on is right here. That when I see the upset and the turmoil and the anger in the universe, when I see the challenges that we face, when we're not sure about our money, when we're not sure about our health, when we're not sure there's going to be enough people to help us with our health, those kinds of things are what will tear us apart until we come back into alignment with that total realization that God is simply all there is. And it's the simplest thing of all. How many of you like Leonard Bernstein's music? Look up on the internet a song that he wrote, and it was from, no, it was with the church one. No, it was, anyway, it was a churchy thing. And the title of the song is, God is the simplest thing of all. It's a lovely song. And I really work on that because I try to make other things so difficult. You know, I need more information. I need more knowledge. I need more help. I need. And the bottom line is, there's nothing that we need except to take that deep breath. Stop imagining that we're drowning all the time. And to live in that sense of power and goodness and joy and truth that Spirit is. Simple, huh? Except on the days when it's just far beyond our reach. And there's nothing that we can do to change it. What do we change? Me, us. Yeah. Y'all ready to do that today? Would you allow me to take you to a little place in that? Okay. So we are recognizing the fullness of Spirit. All that is. There is nothing else. There's nothing to fear because Spirit is all there is. There's nothing to regret because Spirit, being all there is always welcome. Yes, our actions shift and change. But even in the making of the decision for that action, the thought, the feeling, the reactions in our body, in our mind, and our spirit is Spirit itself. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. And so let us today, more than ever before, let us rest in the assurance that all is well. Simple words. All is well. And that includes me. It includes everything I do, everything I think, every person I come in contact with. I don't need to understand them, but to just know that it is fullness, it is love, it is peace, it is a sense of wonder. It is all these things. Sometimes we think we need to be verbose or very intellectual in our prayers, in our desires, in our needs. And yet let us remember the simplicity of the gentleman who prayed, saying, Father, I'm a simple man. I don't know a lot of words. But you do. And so I'm simply going to say the alphabet. And you put those letters together in the way that it will best support and serve me in this situation. So I'm going to ask you to join me today in that simplicity as we just simply say the alphabet today with the full recognition that all is in divine order, all is in place, for our goodness, for our country, for our world, for all beings. Let us begin. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, X, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And just breathe that in for a moment. The simplicity, the order, and the phenomenal expansiveness that comes out of each of those letters. Words, thoughts, experiences, ideas, solutions, all in the activity of spirit. This is the day that we see things afresh in the joy and the wonder of being spirit. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me?
All right, it's time. Get this way up now. Can everyone hear me now? Okay, thank you, Reverend Kathryn. That was wonderful. It meant a lot to me today. I have had a family issue going on, and I have forgotten all those things. So it was a wonderful thing to bring back into my mind and my soul today. Oh, wow. So we are going to get ready to do our offering this morning. And so I don't know, is someone collecting? Oh, Diane, thank you. So let's say our first offering blessing as we begin to get our offerings ready this morning. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God. And now Kay is going to sing I Am So Blessed with us. So if you'll all join us. I'm so blessed.
I am so grateful
For all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. So now we say our offering gratitude. We give thanks for these many blessings of today, and know they are but a symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. I give thanks that this time, this much, is now on its way to me, and quickly manifests in perfect ways. All right, thank you. And now I have a few announcements for you. Our prayer partner today is Reverend Juliet Bristow. Juliet, she's right over there, and she'll meet you back in the corner over there if you would like her to give you have some prayer for you today. We'll resume classes this month on November 7th. I don't know if all of you here are aware that Reverend Jeannie and Reverend Tony gave those 2 wonderful classes on all of the unity principles, and it was so good, and we enjoyed it so much that we're going to do it every month. And I think that's wonderful. That's something I've always felt that we need. Did you want to say?
Well, our focus, because in that class, we talked about the book Lessons in Truth, which is considered a basic textbook for unity. So we're going to base our weekly discussions on that book.
Yes, I remember that. So we'll have the opportunity, actually, if any of you are thinking about taking the class, which I highly recommend, the book, I believe, is available on Amazon or at the Unity website as well, called Lessons in Truth. So by Emily Cady. So if you want to join us in that class, I think it's good to have the book, because then you can line it and mark it, and especially things that really mean a lot to you. So that class is up on the 7th of November. And then there's a sign-up sheet out there for the volunteers for November and December now and the rest of October. So if you'd like to contribute something, even flowers, we thank you, Betty. These are beautiful flowers today. They were given to us for our service this morning by Betty Gardner Tosolino. So thank you again, Betty. And our prayer meeting this week is on Wednesday at 10 a.m. The Reiki Share Group is every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Oh, did I say Tuesday? Tuesday, sorry about that. And the musician next week, wait, that's not you. I think it's Francine. It's Francine. So Francine will be with us for music next week, and you know how beautifully she can sing. The other thing is, I know, Betty, you want to talk to us about our next Explorers. She has something really nice, and I think I'm really looking forward to planned for November here.
Shall we come up there?
Sure.
Oh, I could use the microphone.
I just wanted to say a little plea for please read your emails. We had a trip planned for last Friday, and there were some people who decided at the last minute they wanted to go, but they didn't let me know, and so I thought nobody was going, and I canceled the trip. And then they were out there in the parking lot calling, saying, "Where is everyone?" Well, we go as a group, and I have to know that there are people who want to go. So this next trip that we have planned, you will get a note from me, put out by Julia Norton, very soon, and we are going to go for a narrated trip on the steamboat Dolly on Canyon Lake. It's really wonderful. I've done it before, and it's really great. That's quite a long drive, so we will have to get together, and we will carpool and go up there. And it's going to be on November 12th. Think about a dozen, like eggs. November 12th, which is a Friday. You have to make your own reservation and pay for your own ticket. So if you don't do it, there's not going to be a place for you. So I hope you will participate. It's a lovely, lovely thing. And it does cost $25, but it's a narrated trip, and they will tell you the geology and blah, blah, blah. You may see eagles. You may see all kinds of wild creatures. It's lovely. So when you get that note from Unity of Sun Lakes, read it. Okay? Thank you.
Does that tell us how to make
You can go online and look up Dolly Steamboat and it will be on Canyon Lake. There's another steamboat on Saguaro Lake. We're not going on Saguaro Lake. We're going on Canyon Lake, and the name of the boat is Dolly. So just look up Dolly Steamboat, and it tells you all about it. There are 3 different tours. We're taking the narrated one, which is at noon. So we'll get up and scoot up there, be ready to board the boat by 11:30. And you can't bring food. They provide all the food. The only thing you can bring is an unopened water bottle. And they will allow you to put that on the boat. So they're being very careful, and they will sell the tickets at the last minute. If nobody shows up, they will sell the tickets. So if you want to take your chances and come at the last minute, you may get a seat, you may not. So better to make a reservation, and then you can either do that over the phone or over the internet. And buy your ticket, and let's go up there and enjoy this beautiful lake. Thank you.
You know, I wanted to say something first of all, I want to thank this group. I know we're a small group, but, you know, I personally am trying to learn to accept the unexpected, you know, and I was away, and when I came here, we had this wonderful minister, and we have a very small group, but everything is being done so nicely, and Kay with the music. And so I'm trying to show my acceptance, but I have something that I'm a language person that's been driving me crazy. I don't know, in the that prayer we do, the Lord's Prayer, and it says fritters, and every single week, I think it's supposed to be feathers. Is there anybody else like Tony? Do you think fritters? Let's cast off these fritters. I mean, come on, we're not in the kitchen. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm a language person, and who do we talk to about the fritters?
I would say Reverend Jeannie be the one to talk about.
But that's the Aramaic, it's based on the Aramaic.
I really don't think the translation is fritters.
Well, you can let Jeannie know. She's the one that puts the prayers in the slideshows
You just have to
together.
block that out.
Thank you, Diane.
Yeah, just,
Thank you, Diane.
all right. If no one else would like to have anything to say this morning, let's end our service with a wonderful song from Kay here. She's going to make us happy on the way out.
We know this. Okay. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Back to peace. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing peace